And Cleveland sports fans have a new team to cheer for as the city welcomes a new WNBA squad, and the organization today announced the franchise will be called the Cleveland Sirens, and they're set to tip off in 2028. Now, that name drawing from the sirens of Greek mythology, known for using their enchanting voices to lure sailors to their deaths. And joining me now is the Sirens President of Business Operations, Allison Howard, along with the Vice President of Business and Basketball Operations for Rock Entertainment Group, Grant Gilbert. Allison, Grant, great to see you both. And Allison, I want to start with you here because this will be the first time Cleveland has a WNBA team in about 23 years. The Rockers left back in 2003. So I'm curious, how did it feel unveiling this new franchise name to the world as the W returned to Northeast Ohio?
It was amazing, Alex. I mean, we are definitely riding the high tides here today. And it was, the program actually went even longer because we had to keep pausing throughout the programming for the fans who continued to applaud throughout everything that was going on. They loved it. And that was always the hope, the dream, and the plan when it started 13 months ago.
Yeah, well, and we know the Cleveland fans are always loyal and they're always going to show up. Grant, I want to ask you, listen, the Sirens will be the 16th team here, part of a significant expansion over the next couple of years. That includes Portland and Toronto this year. You got Detroit and Philly in the works. But why Cleveland? Why did Cleveland make sense?
I think for us, we knew it made sense because from operating the Cavaliers and the Monsters and the Charge, we have an understanding that the fans are incredible and they're always going to show up. And I think, once we put our expansion bid forward, I think the league recognized, how amazing those fans are and our experience with operating teams. And I think that they saw it and they got as excited as we are.
Well, and Allison, you said that this team needed to be tied to what you called Cleveland's greatest asset, and that's Lake Erie.
Yeah, that came up over and over and over again in all of the market research that we did, in the surveys, in the focus groups, and then truly thousands of conversations that we had with the community and with the fans. And it just kept coming back to us. So thankful to the fans for making our jobs a little bit easier.
Well, and let's talk about the other points that you really kind of wanted to hit in naming this franchise. It wasn't just about being tied to Lake Erie. You also wanted to make sure that fans wanted something progressive and also that it had its own identity that wasn't related to the Cavs. Grant, I'm curious, why was that so important?
I think that was important for us because, the WNBA and women's sports is really having their moment right now. And we believe that, we can build this brand to be not only just a brand for Cleveland or all of Northeast Ohio, but really on the national and global stage. And, there's so many different intricacies and things that are going to happen with the Sirens that are different from the Cavs that, we really wanted to make sure that it had its own identity and stand out on its own separately from the Cavs.
Well, and Allison, finally here, we got a little bit of a runway between now and whenever the Sirens actually take the court. But what can we look forward to from that franchise?
A lot more. We have a couple more partnership announcements that are coming up, and we already eclipsed over 10,000 initial payments, which is our season ticket member deposits. We do a lot within the community, so we will continue to pour in. We love activating with our youth groups, and so you're going to see us out with camps and clinics that will be specifically designed for young women and girls.
Awesome. Well, looking forward to that. Allison Howard, Grant Gilbert, thank you so much for your time and congratulations.
Thank you.